Now I was born here, but when you're raised in a household full of a bunch of Southerners,
Yes.
you tend to pick up some habits. And to me, a Southern accent on a woman's like the sexiest thing ever.
Amen, brother. Amen. Amen. Let
Uh,
there be no doubt about that.
Can't find better women in the whole country than Southern women.
oh, listen at you.
Well,
Mm.
up here they're all into themselves so bad it's unreal. You know, it's disgusting.
I'm so
But
sorry.
you probably know where I'm from. Maybe will she, guys? If I mention my town, will she know?
No, she will
Oh,
not die.
she don't pay attention to that kind of news.
Probably
Well,
not.
I appreciate that, Rob. Thank you for speaking up for me.
I
Well,
got
let's see. I'm from Springfield, Ohio.
scares the snot out of Chuck.
They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs.
Yeah, I know where you're talking about.
Okay. See, she knew.
Yeah, you got this.
You gave her no credit. No credit at all.
Yeah, I did. I said you wasn't gonna die. She'd be all right. She's just fine. She can handle it. Uh,
But I do a lot of news on my town, and of course I do current events and politics too. So, but everybody always seems wants to know about the Haitians. That's crazy.
I can.
um, now
And we
we've
have
got we've made this announcement already. We're gonna be adding to it, but um, this is our 1 year anniversary, and we've got our second festival coming up, and we're going to be going to the Sawega Ag Festival, which will be in Camilla, Georgia, and we are uh, greatly looking forward to that. And this is kind of a big deal down here. I didn't realize how big of a deal it was, but we
you
got scheduled today.
you say with the
Oh,
ag festival.
yeah.
Yeah, so you probably have a lot of international tractors and stuff like that
Well,
because
there's international tractors. There's John
implement
Deere.
equipment. Well, I mean, see, Springfield, Ohio, they originated here.
Oh, well, they are going to have an antique tractor show.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And then like the Scout, and I know that's not part of it. The Travel on the Scout and all that.
Yeah.
That was all made here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
See, now you go.
some was made in Indiana, but it all originated here.
All right. Well, here, let me throw this thing up here that they sent me today. There you go. It's actually going to start on the 12th. I mean, a week beforehand. They're going to have their parade. They're going to do a AgFest art show and dinner on the 13th, which is the day after. The Sunday after that is they're going to do a Sawega AgFest bake off. They're going to have a baking competition with the juniors division. Uh, on Thursday, they got the Mitchell Baker Farmer Appreciation Dinner. And the next Saturday is the big one. That's when we're going to be there. The Sawega AgFest Barbecue Chicken Cook Off. The whole festival there. That's going to be all there.
You
But
guys, you
also,
guys gonna have an autograph table and stuff.
oh, yeah. Then the next week, they're going to have the Sawega AgFest Beauty Pageant. They're going to have the babies junior Miss Pageant, and then they're going to have the teen and Miss Pageant. So, got a lot of stuff going on that week. Looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. So, y'all
Well,
come see Robin.
if you think about it, and you might be doing it already, but if you take pictures of the antique tractors, I'd like to have some of them.
Okay. We'll post them up and you can download them or whatever. We'll send you some too.
Yeah, because I collect like automotive art and pictures of custom cars and stuff. I put them in a feed that I have on my laptop.
So is that why you have the El Camino? Because it's a classic car?
Yes,
Okay.
classic. I'm not into the newer stuff. Newest thing I got is my 2011 Challenger, and that's it. Everything else, I got everything. I got a 28 Ford. I got a 6340 Econoline flat nose truck. I got the 68 El Camino. I got the 56 Chevy sedan delivery. I got a 97 Chevy extended cab short wheel short bed, low ride, and a couple other things. Just some
I
every,
have,
just my
I,
A to B vehicles.
I have a 1953 Massey Ferguson, which was the last year that they built the Cummins diesel engine out of Detroit.
That's pretty cool.
It is still we still use it to work with.
That's that's pretty cool.
It's still a going. So that's my old classic.
Yeah, Cummins is like the small block Chevy of the tractor and over the road truck world.
Mm.
Cummins is like a small block Chevy. You can go anywhere in the country and you'll find parts for it. Any dealership, any parts outlet, you can get parts for a Cummins. Can't say that for all of them, like Detroit and all the rest of them. It's a
Right?
little bit harder to get, but Cummins, get the parts anywhere.
There you go.
All right, just to not interrupt, but to interrupt just for a second, I want to take a walk back in time with Rob and Dave. Not one of our better moments. I tried to find a few examples. This one's bad.
So it's like 3 days ago.
This is last year, so guard your ears.
Hey, this is Dave and Rob with the Southern Fried Podcast and the Cornbread Nation. Hey, we and Rob, we really enjoy interacting with our people that are friends with us and people that come into our chats. And one of those friends, the people that come in the chats and has been on the show, is our friend Juliet, known as Chickbait, Rob, on YouTube. And we just found out something about her today. We wanted to kind of talk about that for a second.
Yeah. Her birthday is tomorrow. Is that correct?
That's what she told me.
Oh, so October 21st is her birthday. My goodness. Well, we have something very special for you, Chickbait. Dave and I are going to sing you happy birthday. We're going to sing you a duet. Dave, you take the high part, brother.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Chick Bay, known as Juliet. Happy birthday to you. And many more. And she's
Hell, I don't what?
we don't say ages, but I think she's how did you say she was?
I think she's like 50, and she looks really good for her age. I don't know, like 50, maybe 60. I don't know. I think she's definitely.
That's why we don't sing together.
Yes,
Y'all need a record deal.
we do. We need a record deal, and we need capes. We need capes.
Dude,
Telling you, Dave.
I'm not walking around looking like a Joe Biden wrestler or something, man. I got this weird idea that you're going to have us looking like a. I'm not even going to say it, but I just got a feeling that you're going to try to make us look really,
I'll order you a cape. Don't you worry.
really
You'll
lame.
Go eat a pair of bread with Steve.
Well, look, I want to tell Barry thank you for the comment a while ago. Thank you, Barry.
Thank you, Barry, for the comment a while ago. What did he say? True that?
No, he told me congrats on my retirement.
Yes,
Oh,
congratulations.
Yes. Congrats. I think Janice did too, didn't she?
If she did, thank you too, Jenna. Thank you.
Oh my God, I'm mixed up. Okay. Yeah. So it is our birthday celebration, and right now, it's very important for us Hey, we got something in beta here. I want to try. Let's see how this works. There. Can y'all see comments on the screen?
No.
No.
In the bottom right hand corner, it says, Terry said, "You're welcome. Yesterday I
didn't
did."
do that, yeah.
It's smaller, but it comes up on the screen. How does that look? Is that bugging people?
I can't read it.
Okay.
Your tech skills are awesome.
Thank you. Like that.
Hey, Killer Carl coming out on the Rumble side. God bless you, brother.
Yes.
Hope I didn't miss you. I was not paying attention. We're celebrating our 1 year anniversary, which was officially Monday. But
Carl.
Send him a link.
Yeah, if
He
he
wants
ain't
to
live
stop.
streaming himself, he's usually live streaming right now. He might be running late on his because he has that. He does a doctor on there that do the
Oh
holistic
yeah, yeah,
health
yeah.
thing on Fridays.
Reagan's
Yeah.
health.
Dr. Jacob.
He's
Yeah.
probably doing that. He's just popping in, but
Carl's awesome person.
I'll ask him. He
Yes,
is.
he is.
He is. I'm sorry I missed you, Carl. If you're already gone, I was looking to the right. I'm trying to help Brian get in here. We're trying to do it
Me.
different ways. So I'm waiting to see if he can make it up. And I didn't see the note. So
Well, but you know, this
So
whole
you
show
retired.
without them
Don't take it
tossing.
the wrong way, but
Go ahead.
I was just say you look too young to be retired.
I'm
Oh,
52.
Seriously,
But thank
you
you.
said you were retired. I was like, really? Unless you got one of those like military jobs or 20 and out,
I was a
then you can still
teacher.
be quite young. 20 or 30 years.
I taught for 25.
20,
Yeah.
25. Yeah. I don't know how it works with it because I did very poorly in school. So I don't know anything about teachers.
yeah, I did pretty poorly in school too. You know, but at least
Well,
I was
back, when I was a
pretty
little kid, they didn't really know about dyslexia. So it was kind of rough, through elementary and junior high school. Kind of got a little better in high school, but man, it was rough. I had a speech
Mhm.
impediment, believe it or not. The quality verbiage that comes out of my mouth now, I used to have a speech impediment when I was a child. So,
If they
I
had
think
picked up on that, it's hard.
yeah, and back in the early 70s, they really didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm left-handed. They didn't even have like left-handed scissors in my school.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, I was left-handed to begin with, and they made me change to right.
Yeah, we didn't have baseball gloves for left-handed people or nothing in my elementary school.
Ooh. Well, I think when I was in elementary school, they thought I had Tourette's.
When you was in elementary school, was it a single room schoolhouse?
No,
Everybody used a little piece of chalkboard,
yeah,
no.
it was a trailer. It was a single wide trailer.
single wide trailer.
Yeah.
That's funny that they have these trailers here for overflow.
Yeah.
They park them out in the parking lot, and a certain amount of kids go out there and learn in them trailers now.
Yeah,
Crazy.
they're learning how to be real
We-
rednecks and live in a trailer park.
Well, we have that many Haitians here that it overflowed schools that didn't know what to do.
Oh my
You know,
God.
I'm being serious.
Why can't you get in? You're on Facebook. It ought to be easy for you to get in. Hang on a second. That link will still be good, but I will send you a brand new, fresh link. All you have to do is click a link. Michael,
Barry,
I sent you one too.
I seen where Elon and Trump spoke in the Oval Office today.
Yeah, I did watch a little bit of that.
Even the reporters were having a good time with the questions they were asking. They weren't trying to be assholes or nothing.
Yeah, they were doing a good job.
Yeah.
A
Everybody
good
act
job.
like he was being forced out because of all the hate and everything, but
Yeah.
he was always supposed to only last. He promised the president 130 days,
Yes.
and he went a little bit beyond that. But that's all he promised the president to do. He'd walk away from his businesses for 130 days, but the rest of the Doge people are going to stay there and work. So it's not like the department's closing down or something.
Judith, I think you just click the link that I sent you on Messenger. Just click that link, and you should just pull you right in.
I tried to find one of those noise spinner things today.
Mm-hmm.
I went to go and deliver some parts for my job, and I kind of snuck into a store.
Is that called a cat?
On company time, and I couldn't find one. That pissed me off.
I think that's called a cat.
A cat.
Yeah, you get it by the tail. And it's a noise.
I can't find one of those either.
Sorry, Chuck. Don't look at me like that. You're giving me the eye.
Scared Chuck like that.
You know what I haven't heard in a very long time here?
Yeah.
I haven't heard that in a very long time. I almost forgot what a cat sounds like.
tweeted on 8 Sylvester. Jennifer, you got a fresh link sent, sweetie. All right.
Miss Elizabeth.
She probably dropped right there. She'll be right back.
Yeah, we're
that's another
officially a 1-year-old kicking, screaming child podcast.
Yes.
We eat and we cry and we eat some more and sleep.
And screw stuff up. We got this down.
Oh yeah. Into everything.
You just described the first 55 years of my life. But it made me kind of emotional just hearing about it.
Oh.
I love it.
The first 55 years of your life.
Yeah, because I'll be 60.
There she is.
August.
There she popped in. There's Miss Jim. We lost Miss Elizabeth there. She's supposed to be coming back.
Hello.
How
Hi.
are you?
I'm the friend they don't tell nobody about.
I saw you the other night, James.
We appreciate all your support, chats, and everything you do. It's a blessing. We can't say thank you enough. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
For sharing our birthday.
That's right.
How's all the cats doing today?
They're good.
Keep them away from Ohio, because Ohio don't treat cats good up there.
I
You
know.
got cats? You got cats?
Yes,
Yes.
5.
I could probably get you a good deal out of them.
He was talking about he was looking for one of them noise makers that you spin around like this.
Yep.
He couldn't find one. He was all mad. Says, "Is that called a cat?"
Hey, my pastor one time he come and talked to me. He said, "Dave," he said, "I want to ask you about something." He said, "I got this group. They want to buy all my goats. They want to buy them all. They want to slaughter them on my property and take them away. Let's just say they were outside the USA group." And he goes, "I'm feeling kind of funny about it." And I'm like, "I would, man. I'd tell him to load them up and take them and slaughter them somewhere else, man." And he did. He said, I don't want nothing to do with that. But it freaked him out. They were from Iran, I think.
If you go on YouTube, you can find some of the interviews from Springfield here when that whole thing popped off at its highest point. And you'll find where this woman was talking about how her neighbors kept trying to, they wanted to buy them, and then she said no, and then she caught them trying to steal them. And then when they got caught, they let them go and took off running. And the thing is she knew who they was. They were her neighbors. It's like they act like they was not going to get the cops called on them or something. And then yeah, so it's hilarious.
Why are you in jail? Well, I was stealing cats.
Yeah.
Could you imagine sitting in a cell with some big burly guy or woman? What you here for? I stealing cats. You're gonna get your butt whooped.
You're scaring me. I don't even have to imagine that. That scares me.
Oh, did y'all hear the sad news? Loretta Swit passed away today.
I did see that.
Who?
Loretta Swit.
Hot Lips.
Hot Lips for MASH.
Oh, no.
87 years old. So
pretty decent age.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hate to see her pass, but she brought that role to life.
Oh yeah, she did a good job with that. I love that show.
I don't think that show would have been what it was without any of those people that played on there.
Yeah,
it was good chemistry.
I did my let them be the Alan Alda be my breadhead history last week. Of course, now it was more anti-war and stuff like that, and we know that, but it was still a great show. It was funny as heck, and it took the whole cast to make it work.
Yes.
Yeah, plus the series lasts longer than the Korean War did, so that was kind
of a lot longer. Have y'all ever seen the movie that it was based on?
Yes. And they actually
too.
The song, the original song, was actually sung in the movie. Because when you hear
Yes.
the theme song, there's no lyrics, but there was
Yes.
lyrics in the movie.
Yes. And the name of the theme song was "Suicide is Painless," which is
Yep.
probably why it's not aired. So I'm
Yeah,
not
and
sure.
they did like a mock funeral.
Yes, because the guy lost his ability to never mind,
And
stand tall, so to speak.
there was nudity in that movie. Remember when they ripped the side of the shower house down?
Oh yeah, oh
Girls were
yeah.
naked.
The movie was great. It had didn't it have Donald Sutherland in it.
Yes, yes.
It was one of his earlier roles, and it was amazing.
Yeah, and
I
the
think,
person that played Hot Lips was a different person.
but I think the only one from the movie that carried over to the series was Radar, if I remember correctly.
I'd have to look. I can't remember.
I
My
think that's the
memory
only one that carried over.
ain't that good.
Oh,
Dog, what are you doing? I got my
well,
dog.
there's Dean. Dean, you gonna come up here and join us tonight? Oh, all right. So 1 year in, we are so happy for everybody that has come in and helped make the show what it is. Man, it's amazing. We've talked about it before. When we first started this thing, we were like, well, let's do a podcast. Dave was like, okay, what are we going to talk about? Oh, I don't know. We'll talk about South. He's like, okay, well, we can talk about it. Yeah, we talk about anything. And we just kind of came off the roots. And I think the first thing that I put up, we had it up, the site set, and we didn't have anything on there. It was annoying me. And I went through and I had played a joke on Dave and Cook. I was out walking, I was talking to him, and I was taking the video and I was tracking down when it's found here in South Georgia, a green deer. And I was tracking it down. Uh, and I had found it in the tracks and I was on it and finally found it. And that was the first video that I posted up on the site and for Southern Fried Podcast. And it was, of course, a John Deere tractor, but it was a green deer, and I did track it down. And of course, it took me about 15 minutes, but I like
Only you.
Yeah, yeah, got them both too. It was amazing. Cook said bad words.
Well,
So
I can't blame him.
yeah, but from that, and we've been influencing people ever since in little subtle ways. Like Janet, you said your mom was calling the cat a jackalope. Now, where did she get jackleg from? Did she get it from us, or did she just come up with that?
She heard it from y'all last night because I had it on in the kitchen. So,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Really, Mama?"
Now, what was the cat doing to be called a jackleg?
She was trying to get into something. It's the baby. She's into everything.
That's funny.
So, basically, I guess any cat can be a jackleg, except for Chuck. He could be
Any
a jack.
cat can be dinner too.
Oh,
Stop.
don't listen to him, Chuck. Don't listen to him.
It happens.
He turned his back on the whole screen here. He don't nothing to do with it. You've terrified him. Poor little Chuckers. We're gonna have Chuck fries. And Topanga's up
I'd
there.
be scared too.
Topanga's up there. Her name's too much like tapioca. She's staying high up on her cat tree. She ain't
That
going
is
down.
not even close.
Topanga and tapioca?
No.
Why not? It can be.
No. If it's a long stretch.
Tapioca. Come on. Topanga.
No.
I'll tell you a funny story. This new job that I'm doing, right? I'm in the store, because I'm delivering parts. I'm in and out of the store. So these two Haitians was at the counter, and they're like, "Biddy-da, biddy-da-da." and they're looking at each other, right? And then they're looking at me and they're pointing and they're hey, empty. Oh shit, they recognized me. Damn. I thought I was going to get in trouble, but they didn't do anything. But it was so funny hearing them talking their language, and I heard empty. I said, I got them running. I got them running scared.
Don't bring your cats around him. He'll help save them.
My little brother thinks because of where I'm working, it's right in the thickest part of where they all live, right? And they all frequent this store. And so my little brother's like, your vehicle, you're going to probably have to buy some spare windows from the junkyard because I think you're going to get a lot of them knocked out.
You have to be like what's his name did in Roadhouse. Like Patrick Swayze, go buy a junker car and drive it around and get all the snot.
Well, I have this sticker, and it says ice enforcement on my Yukon. Yeah, so my brother's like, you need to take that. You shouldn't put that on. I mean, you're gonna either scare them or make them mad. Either way, you're gonna get your windows knocked out.
That's fantastic.
You're gonna get your windows knocked out. He keeps saying, "You're gonna get your windows knocked out." I said, "Well, they knocked my windows out. I just have to put a bullet in their ass."
I think we all ought to get some ice enforcement bumper stickers. That would be cool.
Yeah, a buddy of mine gave them to me because he knew I did the podcast, right? And he's like, "I got something for you, man. If you got the balls to put them on your ride." I got the balls to put them on my ride. He said, "Yeah, here, come on in here, man. I got them on my round track card to see if you got the balls." So he gave them to me, and I said, "Oh, I got balls." I said, "You got them on a round track car where you're surrounded by a bunch of white rednecks. I'll put them on my ride, and I'm going to be on the south end with them. I got balls." I said, "Put them on your truck and come over here and hang out." He said, "Oh, no, I ain't stupid."
Were you talking about Michelle Obama? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said something. I lost track of that story somewhere along the way. I'm not real sure what happened.
Hey, I was telling it and I lost track.
You know what her favorite song is?
DIVORC.
No. Big Balls from AC/DC. But she's got the biggest. I'm sorry. Come on, that was good.
That woman does got a set of cans on her. You ever seen her flex?
Yeah.
She's got some male-like features.
Yes, she does. Big old Adam's apple.
And now that they're supposedly getting a divorce, every time she does an interview, she says something bad about Obama.
Oh. Uh-oh. There he is.
That's the James River. He said he forgot to send it to me, and he just sent that to us. So he's crossing over the James River there in Virginia. So
all right.
I thought you might want to see that.
Absolutely.
So even the dog tag is checking in tonight. So
Barry, that's more than rumor because I made videos of it to show proof of what's missing in our park. Because people used to say with the Canadian ducks and our geese and the ducks we have in our park, well, they all migrated. Y'all don't know what you're talking about. No, they're domesticated wildlife. We have a shelter house. They put a thing up in the pond that sprays water so the pond will never freeze over. So they stay here all year round. Most of them do. And over the last 4 decades that our Parks and Recreation have been taking care of these things. So there was a lot of them, not no more, so yeah, Barry, you can go watch them videos. Just look for it. It just look for the missing geese, probably in the title. I think I had it, Empty Pockets Garage on YouTube.
Oh,
that's sad.
It is.
It is. And they have proof. People called 911 and they described, they could hear the Haitians speaking their Creole, and one guy was on a bike on his way to work. He called 911. They have the 911 call, the recording, and the transcript. Another person called that actually worked for the state, worked for the jobs and family services, called, and they told her that it's not their problem, that she needed to call the Parks and Recreation. So she made a report to them. But our city officials said there's never been any report of this thing happening, so there's no evidence of it. Okay, well, there are probably close to 1,000 of these things in our park. Now there was probably less than 100. So it's not a rumor.
Yeah.
And about the dog thing, I have no clue about that. And then just about everybody you ever talk to around here says they don't know where that came from. But the cat situation, most definitely.
Wow.
Well, guys.
Now we got this Haitian gangs issue we got to deal with.
Oh. Well, we have our original song that we use for intro and everything. So how about we do a quick flashback and play that for everybody? You ready?
Well, once again, it's time, my friend, for another.
Sorry, guys. This is supposed to be a party. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
So hang on to your seat. Look around, here's what I found. I guess you'll never know what you'll see on the Southern Fried Podcast Show.
Love
it.
Who was singing that?
That was my brother-in-law, Chris. He's also did a lot of our.
Well, he done a lot better job in that than y'all did with Happy Birthday.
Oh, absolutely.
There's no doubt.
I'm just saying.
There's no doubt.
I'm saying that from a place of. I'm saying that from a place of love too. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, anybody have a birthday coming up we need to celebrate? I'll sing it again.
We're okay.
I'll let you know in August.
Oh, turn that microphone around there. Yeah, because I want to make sure I got my good sounding side toward the mic. I got one side that sounds good.
We're good. We're good, honey. We're
You
good.
sure?
We're good.
Damn! I love a woman's Southern accent. I can't get over it, ladies. I love it.
All right, y'all got to say something. All right, Miss Jess or Miss Elizabeth, tell me I'm going to hell. This is amazing. You got to hear this. Come on.
Oh dear heavens!
She stopped cussing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Robert,
Well, hell's a place. It's not.
Robert, if you don't change your ways, you might be going to hell.
He's probably got the map in his back pocket.
I bet
if he ain't careful, I'm telling you, he might be smoking a big old cigar down there.
Now
that's not the way she normally says.
Well, I don't know if he'd be smoking it because Clintons, they know what to do with those things.
Oh,
this wasn't that long
really
ago.
what I told him. I told him he's gonna smoke a big old turd down there.
This wasn't that long ago, but this happened while we've been a podcast too that we didn't think would ever happen. You ready? This is
yes.
Rob.
Yes.
Good morning, everybody. This is Rob from the Southern Fried Podcast. You know, I just got a thought for you. If you go out to make a snowman and it looks like a bunch of mud just piled up with some limbs shoved in it for arms and some white gravel out of the road and for eyes and stuff like that, you might be one of us down here below the gnat line. Because, we don't get no snow. And it really is just a big pile of mud out there with limbs shoved in for arms and white gravels out of the road for eyeballs. So I'm just saying, you might be one of us. Think about it. Merry Christmas, guys.
And then you got snow.
You got snow.
Yeah.
He did.
You know why we got snow?
Climate change.
No. Dave was praying for me to get snow down here. It's prayer work.
Right. Because God has something to do with climate change. God
no. Because the entire Gulf Coast, the coast of the Gulf of America, you get just inundated with snow, a blizzard, 8.5 inches of snow.
What year was that?
Everywhere.
What year was that?
Last winter.
Oh, I was going to say, when I was down in Florida, it's been a few years now, there were snow flurries. I'm, it's snow flurries, not snow, but flurries. The guys in that shop thought the world was coming to an end because they don't have heat down there. So
Yeah.
the shops don't have heat and they still have to do their jobs. And I'm out there in a short sleeve shirt running around and they're like all bundled up and they got like two pairs of gloves on and they can't even hold a wrench right because they can't close their fist because of all the clothes they got on. And they're shaking and they're like, how do you stand this? I was like, well, I'm from Ohio. You guys are just a pussy.
Uh,
But it was funny. I know that's probably not funny to y'all, but to me, seeing a bunch of grown men cry like a little baby because of a little bit of snow flurry.
oh, I'll tell you what. I'll do a trade off with you. Okay. I'll come up there in the wintertime and hang out in the snow with you. If you'll come down here in July and hang out in the garden with me.
Hey, well, I was in Florida in July for 3 years, and that's
Yeah.
humid as shit.
Well, you haven't been here in Miller County, and this is the home of the Georgia state bird, the gnat.
Oh
Oh
God.
shit!
Yeah.
Like down there, mosquitoes are like 3 times the size
Excuse
than they are
you.
up here. And when you get bit by a mosquito down there, it don't leave a little knot; it leaves a big old golf ball
Like
welt.
Oh
that.
yeah.
And
Uh,
makes me feel like I have to go get a shot, like I've been stung by a snake or something.
thank you there, dog tag. Uh, we got hey, you can't show your kitty here on the podcast.
Stop. That makes me stop.
Leave the cat alone.
Hey, it's Rumble. I think it's allowed.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
I do movie Mondays, right?
Lay
And
down and get out of the way.
I was live streaming the movie, and of course, I hadn't watched it in a very, very long time. Of course, when you're live streaming it, I'm watching it while it's going on, and I did not realize there was nudity in the movie. I'd forgotten about it, so I was so worried that, oh man, if somebody like reports the Rumble, I showed a movie that had nudity in it, I'm gonna get in trouble. So I for like 48 hours, I thought, man, I'm gonna get some kind of an email or something, but I never did. So apparently, it's all right to have a little bit of nudity on Rumble.
No, no, no. You're not supposed to do that kind of stuff. We don't watch none of that nasty stuff. I can't hardly stand to go to bed see them girls out there in them bikinis and stuff like that. I can't hardly stand.
You go to hell for lying.
You do, yeah,
Okay,
and you will.
okay.
It's
I
nice
enjoy
sleep
it.
tonight too, Barry.
Tonight's what?
I'm commenting to Barry. Barry and I
Oh,
have a conversation
no,
on
that's
the
an AJ
sideline.
conversation. I'm sorry. Hey, did you show Barry your new article of clothing that you bought for the cruise?
I don't know. Was you on here, Barry, when I showed my new article of clothing
Where are you going on your cruise?
to Alaska?
Oh, that's a unique cruise to go on. That'd be cool
This is my second time going.
because everybody else like does the Bahamas or something.
I
Mm-mm.
want to go.
Alaska would be awesome.
You got to show them to. You got to. You're gonna have to. It's amazing.
Barry's a married man.
Um,
I don't flirt with married men.
you, well, you showed them to Dave. He's married. You said y'all.
Good heck, I wasn't flirting with Dave.
Oh,
I wasn't flirting with nobody, to be honest.
oh,
I was just saying, look.
yeah. But it's cool. You got to show them off.
All right. Let me get them.
Okay. Hey, Dog Tag, I sent you an invite over there on the Facebook side, sir.
Okay.
If you want to pop up. Uh-oh.
What?
This is like it's like a movie and stuff, and she's walking around and the camera crew's up there,
Shut up.
We keep looking for somebody to jump out behind you.
got some leather pants. Ain't never had leather pants before.
uh,
I ain't gonna tell you what kind of top I'm gonna take. It's a little
tube.
long.
If you're gonna wear leather pants, you got to wear tube top with leather pants. Is that right?
Oh, look, I'll show
Oh
you.
Lord,
Tube top goes with leather pants, right?
Mm-mm.
he is
Leather
going to hell.
vest. Leather vest.
No. Wait a minute, I gotta get it out of the closet. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
And my lights burn out. And had never replaced the light
It's a shirt
bulb.
that
Hey,
says
turn your head a
something
little
about
bit
my
more to the
easy
right.
bake oven.
What? Oh,
We
sorry.
can almost see plumb through your ear.
Shut up. You
I saw a light
heathen.
glowing.
Shut up, you heathen. I'll let y'all tell me which one I should wear.
Now, see, I haven't heard the word heathen in so long. Gotta
I
come
don't even
from
know.
Southern
I don't even
women.
know how people can
Love it.
call me a heathen.
Because you are.
I don't
Okay,
think so.
look.
What
So
are you playing with?
my leather pants are black.
Okay.
Y'all gotta tell me which one to wear.
Okay.
So I got this corset.
Okay.
It's got the flowers.
Flowery corset.
Yeah.
Okay.
Laces up in the front.
Lights up in the front.
Laces.
Oh.
Listen. Clean your ears out.
Lights up in the front would be cool too now.
I guess it would, but it don't.
It would be
It lights up and it goes ta-ta.
it would be interesting.
Honey, you don't and and then I got this black one. There's the back.
I like the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. I like the first one.
Yeah. You got to
Flowers.
the first one.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it'll fit your personality.
Yeah. Because it lights up.
Rob.
What?
Hellbound. That's all it is. Hellbound.
Yeah. Yes, what are you
Honey,
playing
he's
with
got
there?
a condo down there.
Who?
You, what are you playing with?
My 50 necklace.
Your what?
My necklace for my 50th birthday.
Oh.
Oh, what kind?
What kind?
Yeah.
Is it more than one?
So your birthday's tomorrow, right?
No, it was back in March. I was 51.
Oh, so I thought he was talking about somebody's birthday tomorrow. I thought it might have been yours.
No.
No.
I'm sorry. I'm just now meeting y'all, so I got to catch up.
Oh, that's fine. I'm just fizzling.
Okay. Oh, you can fiddle?
Oh my goodness.
Barry, what do you mean come out of that closet? I'm not in no closet no more.
Up here, they say a comment just for just about every rude and lewd thing there ever could be said. It's like you just say, she said.
Yeah, that's what she said.
At the end of it, that's what she said. That's right. And then it's a sexist joke at that point.
Yeah, it is. It is.
The pants are to wear on the boat.
That's what she said.
I did just say it. You right.
So see, it wasn't a sexist comment that time.
Huh?
See, it wasn't a sexist comment that time.
It sure wasn't. Because
I found a loophole.
We need you to do a survey while you're on that trip. The new state of Canada. We need you to do some survey on the ground. See what we're going to have to do up there to get them more Americanized as you travel through Canada.
You know what I heard?
Not.
She's not. She stayed in the United States, sir.
Well, that don't work. We need somebody to go investigate.
Dave, I heard this today.
Listen, Dave. I am not gonna go up there and ask those people in Canada because I am staying 2 days in Vancouver.
That's what.
But I'm not.
Yeah.
I have no idea. We didn't have this conversation, but I'm not gonna go up there and ask those people what they think about becoming U.S.
No. I said survey. That means secret. That's like spy. I'm not. No.
Yeah.
No. Don't
You
talk
be
to me.
subtle about it.
We got to know
You
what we
said-
need to change, to take out, and what we need to put in. That you're just observer. You don't have to talk to nobody.
Oh,
Yeah.
listen, I can tell you the last time I was up there, they were so friendly and they were so nice. I mean, everybody I ran into up there, all the Canadians, they were really nice.
Yeah, I've got some Canadian friends. They are nice. Their government, not so much, but the people, yeah.
Why are they so nice? You know why they're so nice in Canada? I
Why?
know why. I know
Because
why.
they're cold.
Yeah, because they're so damn cold and they may have to snuggle up with just anybody. So they darn well better be nice to that person, to everybody they meet. They might be snuggling later on. You don't
You
Well,
know,
want to snuggle
you know
with
what I
somebody.
heard today? I heard this today because King George gave Canada back to its indigenous people. The same as England gave South Africa back to the indigenous people there. So now the indigenous people in Canada are going to make it legal to kill all the white Canadians. Just a
Oh,
rumor. Just a rumor. You heard it here.
okay.
Yeah,
Well, that's interesting.
you have to get the parallels. You got
Yeah.
to put them together.
No, that's interesting. So it might be in their benefit to go ahead and become the 51st state.
Yeah, because the indigenous people now have the right to boot the current government out of office because they are basically under English rule at the time. Now it's going to be its own pure state ran by the indigenous people of Canada. So
well,
things could get a little dicey up there.
who's the indigenous people?
There's they look like Eskimos. They're true. There's two.
Yeah.
There's two groups of people up there that they're indigenous to Canada, and they kind of look like Eskimos. And I actually am friends with a young lady, her and her husband Dan. They do car content, but yeah, so it depends on how much they want to boot the current government out of office. Let's see what happens.
Is it the Inuits?
You know, I'll probably butcher their names because I was talking about it yesterday. I think it was. I was talking about it. I wrote it down.
You're going to have to face that microphone, sir.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to read it.
We're
I'm
here.
in my
I was
dungeon.
talking for you.
I'm trying to read it. It's the Algonquians and the Ashkelonians or something. Ashkelonian Gog or something.
Ask a
Weird.
Lenny.
Yeah, it's
That's a good
ANA.
redneck name.
It's ANASHEDIAD something.
Oh,
I mean, it's a weird name, obviously. Like I said, I knew I would butcher it because I have a speech impediment. But
I'll
yeah,
tell
so
you.
they have the right to take the government back.
I'll tell you. Even the people in Alaska don't like to be called Eskimos.
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. I mean, I don't. I just said they look like Eskimos, but that's their
Yeah.
actual. Well, as best as I could pronounce their
No, I'm
their
just
tribe.
I'm
but
just telling you they don't like it though.
They're dark complected like the Eskimo.
Welcome on there, Dog Tag.
Or
How you doing tonight?
the indigenous.
I'm good, and
Alaskan.
yourself?
I'm doing all right.
You missed me the other night when I was up on top of the mountain. Had one of the best views.
Oh,
Miss Elizabeth and Dave got to share with me.
It's beautiful.
hey, I missed
But
it, and I'm sorry. I tell you what, I got twisted around pretty good down there at the beach, and I was not feeling it. Sorry.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you were messing with all them mermaids.
The bad thing about it, I didn't know that I knew about mermaids, but I didn't find about mermaids until I got felt a little pressure from behind, and I had to get out of the water. The degree of difficulty became too high.
Yeah. Did they tell you about my new shirt that I have?
No.
Yes, we did.
The
I
Mountain
told you.
Dude.
Oh, the Mountain Dude. Okay, yeah, you saw the same one.
It's too dark to show you tonight, so.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm at Devil Backbone Campground tonight.
Wow.
You were talking. You were all talking about hell, and I said, "Man, I'm in
Yeah.
hell right now."
Wow.
I hope you prayed really good before you went in.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
That's not hell. That's hell.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Even though I'm in the South, I still don't know how to talk that way.
I bet Miss Jenny says it hell too. I don't bet she can't say hell. She says hell.
Hell no.
Oh, she threw a no in there. And for y'all up there for up north, that don't mean like gnawing on a chicken bone. That means no. That's a
Now wait
no.
wait a minute. When you say up north, that's the next state up. Virginia's still considered the South.
Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
yeah. Except for Washington D.C.
That's not part of Virginia.
Well, you got to understand, Rob bashes every other state but Georgia, even the southern states. He's got,
Yeah.
we're gonna be hemmed in. We're gonna have an invasion force that's gonna come in to come after the southern fried, because every time we mention another state, he starts talking about their genealogies and everything. I mean, he can't help himself.
Well, you know, Alabama and Mississippi and South Carolina, they grow some straight family trees there.
Oh Lord.
They ain't got hardly no
We
branches.
got that in
They just
Georgia too,
go up
buddy.
What?
Unfortunately, that happens in Georgia too.
They go up in North Georgia. We try to spread the gene pool out down here.
Rob,
Give me a break.
drink your coffee and keep your mouth closed.
What is it that y'all say up there all the time? And they say over in Alabama, Mississippi, South Carolina, if they ain't good enough for their own family, they ain't good enough for nobody else's.
We ain't never said that. We take them all in our family.
Huh?
You heard me.
No, I didn't. That's what I said.
Well,
Huh?
maybe that's a good thing.
All right. So, well, yeah. So y'all's family trees have branches. That's good. Not everybody can have straight trees, you know. But I said that they're really good. They grow them really straight in Alabama, Mississippi, and South Carolina. Now, I want to talk about y'all.
You said something about North Georgia.
Well, I just said maybe North Georgia.
Dude, listen.
So
You
is
know, you
Atlanta in
already
North
get on my
Georgia?
nerves about
Yeah.
calling it Yankee, Georgia.
Yeah, well, that is Yankee, Georgia. It's
No,
above
it ain't.
that line. See, the South, the North and the South are divided by the Mason-Dixon line.
You know what? Don't even start. Don't even start. Because I will get in my car and just drive on down to your house tonight.
And I told you the other night, Rob, that I was in Dahlonega and they had some big old dang gnats.
In
I
Dahlonega?
know dang
Those aren't
Yeah.
gnats. Those are moths.
They were gnats.
It might have been head lice if it was in Dahlonega.
Oh, Lord.
There goes another city we're going to get kicked out of.
Headlights don't fly. They jump.
There's going to be a
They say
poster.
the same thing about pigs, too.
There's going to be a poster of you hanging up in all the Chamber of Commerces around the state saying, "Don't let this guy in."
It's just gonna be Rob. It ain't gonna be none of us.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Dear Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
They're going to have one up for me in the Concord Chamber of Commerce. Say, go, Rob.
No, it's gonna say he's going to hell.
No.
Yes.
You know, I told you there's a county down there somewhere where they kick you out of the state. They send you to. There ain't about 700
Yes.
people that live there. They don't actually make you leave the state, but you have to go to that county and you can't leave. That's where you're going to go. They're going to send you there.
Yes.
No, I'm not. No.
And you just
I'm
screwed.
not moving back up to Lafayette.
No, it's not Lafayette. It's like in the middle of Georgia.
Be like Macon?
Dear Jesus. Just drink your coffee and be quiet. You can't let nobody else talk.
can too.
What happened to the Terracons and Rob?
Nothing yet. They love me.
Only because they don't know you.
Oh, then they adore me.
Barry, that question is an excellent question. It's going to be, here's the answer. I'll give it to you. That would be an excellent question for Thursday night. And here's the answer. Rob got kicked out of Georgia.
uh,
What's that song? Isn't there a song that Devil went down to Georgia?
yes, there is.
Yes.
I can sing it for you if you like.
No.
No.
I dare you.
James.
James.
I
The
know.
devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal. He was in
And
a
it just
bind. He
happened
was
to
way
be
behind. And he
Steve
was good.
Evans that he ran into.
Huh? I couldn't hear you. I was too busy singing. When he came across this young man sawing on a fiddle and playing it hot, and the devil jumped up on a hinker stump and said, "Boy, let me tell you what. I guess you didn't know it, but I'm a fiddle player too. And if you care to take a dare, I'll swap a
Make
kiss
a
with
bet
you."
with you.
He hurting your ears, Kitty Kitty. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was singing that last part for Steve when he goes to Panera Bread.
Oh, dear heavens. There we are on that soapbox.
Dog tag, dog tag.
Yes, yes, sir.
If you occasionally eat at Panera Bread and you're a guy, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I have to plead the fifth because I've never eaten at Panera Bread, so I wouldn't
See,
know what it's like.
see, real man down there.
No, I'm just. I hear their food's pretty good, but I've just never been there.
See?
See, we're scared to.
Yeah.
Because
We don't wear skinny jeans.
No, I'm working on getting in them though, Rob.
Oh, how much have you lost so far?
Well, I think the last time I got on the scale it was 45, but it's
45
been
there.
about 10 days since then, so it might be lower than that for sure, or
Wow.
more than that, I guess, more than that. So
one of y'all needs to call Steve and get him on here.
One, I don't have his phone number. Hey, Steve was admitting right along with it that it was kind of a strange place to go eat.
hey, Rob, I
Be off his
sent
life.
Dave a picture of me standing on the James River.
Yeah, we had it up here just a little while ago.
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I said, there it is.
There it is. Yeah.
Yes,
James
sir.
River.
They put it right on up.
I like it.
Yes,
That's a very historic area. Very.
it is.
It definitely is. Definitely is. So, but now I'm a little bit north of there now. So
Yeah.
What's your
I'm just
percentage
south of.
now of the trip?
I'm probably a third of the way.
Awesome.
All right.
I would say a third of the way, 33%. You know.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's very nice.
Still moving. So
You're getting further north, so when the heat of summer gets in, you'll be doing okay.
oh, they're talking about next week. It could be in the 80s up here, so that it
Ooh.
might get brutal. So we'll see. We'll see. But next week I'm headed back down south to go do the Triple Crown because I missed that section. So I'm gonna go do the Triple Crown next week.
Okay.
So
Wow.
we'll see. You know, but we were on a tornado watch here in this area today. So I don't know if Virginia got hit by any tornadoes, but yeah, they were saying we were under a tornado watch in the area we were in today.
Wow. So physically, how hard has this trip been on you?
it's been hard on the knees.
Yeah.
It's been hard on the knees. But the more weight I lose, the easier it gets. The ups have definitely gotten easier, going up the hills, but the
Rob,
downs still suck. The
Rob,
downs still suck.
doing great. Don't even go there, man. You cried about that ocean trip like you were dying, man.
Dude, I was thinking about maybe getting up there and walking some of it myself.
Oh, come on, dude. You
There you
can't
go.
even survive the ocean, man. You're not walking that trail. He calls me on the way and go, I don't think I'm going to make it. I'm hurting so bad.
It's not
Hey,
exactly
hey,
how that
Rob, you
call.
need to come walk the first
You ain't
4
walking
miles of
that.
Maryland with me. They say it's the flattest section on the trail.
There we go. I can do flat.
Yep, 4 miles. When you leave
Yeah.
Harper's Ferry and you walk the C&O Canal, it's flat as can be.
Is there places to take breaks and snacks on the way?
Oh, there is, yeah, a lot of places. You look at the Potomac River. You walk right next to the Potomac River in that
Yeah.
section, and you know
And we can have
you
juice
know how.
boxes.
I'm sorry.
And we can have juice boxes and applesauce.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, James, would you ever walk the Appalachian Trail?
I wouldn't be able to.
I wouldn't
You
either.
probably have to carry me out on a stretcher because I'd probably dislocate my knees. 'Cause, I got no meniscus left in there. It's bone on bone.
Oh,
I'm
So
probably right there with you.
yeah,
I got great respect for it.
Yeah, he's doing it for a great cause. He's doing it to draw awareness for veteran and first responder suicides and bringing awareness to that. And if anybody wants to sponsor him, y'all please feel free. Where's that ticker at, Dave? We've got
that would be
put
right
the sign up for it.
picture.
Yeah,
We'll
we
find
got
it.
a picture.
I
much
wanted
respect.
I wanted to ask Robert Dogtite. Did you see George Eshelman's post about the brain cells and stuff? That was pretty amazing.
I don't believe I did see it. No.
If he's asking for a penny a mile, it'd be about $22, $23, and it's all going back out to raise awareness and to help people and let's bring some awareness to the veteran and first responder suicide. So there's his QR code if y'all want to donate, and yeah.
Boy, you need to put some new pictures up there, Rob. Those pictures are when I was really fat. My face has really gotten narrow.
Yeah, it has gotten a lot narrower.
Yes, sir.
We'll update it with that James River picture. That's what we'll do. We'll update that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, George
My
went
general.
to the VA, man, and he had a really powerful post about when they asked him about drinking and stuff. You'll have to go back and look at that. That was
I definitely will.
pretty powerful.
I was the other day I was going up a hill and I was just looking for some motivation, and he got interviewed on a podcast by Mighty Blue on the AT.
Yep.
I don't know if you guys got to listen to that story, but pretty motivational, just to listen to him talk about his hike on the AT. And I hope someday I get to hear him talk in person. So I mean, he's pretty incredible young man. So I can call him young because I think he's younger than me. So
Well, you're pretty incredible too, man.
Yes, you are.
well, I'm walking with a group of 3 people right now. One of them's Army vet. We call him Sour Patch. That's his trail name. And he's retired Army. And then there's another guy here in the area that I've been walking around him. He walks so much faster than me, but he was 12 years Army, and then he got out of the Army and joined the Air Force, and he did 18 years in the Air Force.
Man.
So he did 30 years of service. So, but he's a lucky guy. He's a lucky guy. His wife is following him along on the trail, and she basically what we call slack packs him every day. So he doesn't have to carry the big packs that we're carrying. He gets to carry a day pack, and his wife meets him at the end of the day, and they camp out together. And but it's pretty nice. So, but
That's cool.
people
Yeah.
you get to meet on the trail is really cool. So,
That's
but
awesome, man.
it's way past Piker midnight, and I've got a big uphill. I've got a big uphill climb tomorrow morning, so
Oh,
I better get some rest. So, but
Hey,
I just
hey,
want to check in with you guys.
hey,
yeah.
keep safe, sir.
Yeah,
Keep
and
safe, keep trucking.
don't keep giving Miss Elizabeth a hard time. She's you know, she's a lucky lady getting to go to Alaska. That's my last state to visit. I've never been to Alaska.
Oh,
It's the only state I've not been to. So
wow.
maybe when I'm done, that's what I'll treat myself to, is a trip to Alaska and Hawaii. So
There you go.
But to go to Hawaii, you got to pay a tourist tax now.
not if you're visiting a daughter, because I'm not a tourist. Then I'm just a family member visiting.
Yeah, I was just saying they just passed that there, but yesterday.
Really, I
Yeah,
did not know that.
Did you see
3/4
where some
%
of
is
those people that
added
got
tourists.
burned out? Some of the women said they had to prostitute to survive. These people still haven't got cleared on rebuild and everything at that where it burned down.
Wow,
It's
that's incredible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
1 out of 6 they said had to turn to some illegal activities and horrible activities to stay surviving. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
there's a nefarious story behind that. Some of the rich people that live on that island, that none of their properties got burnt down, but they're willing to purchase the burnt out properties.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we have the same problem in North Carolina and Tennessee that got hit by Helene.
Yeah,
Those people are still suffering as well. So
yes. And it's
yeah, because
ridiculous.
unfortunately the FEMA money went towards illegal aliens. That's the sad thing about it.
well,
Mm.
all I
That,
know is
that needs to be fixed. It should already been fixed.
Yeah.
It's shameful that it hasn't.
yeah. Well, you all have a great evening,
You too,
and
Dog Tag.
happy anniversary, birthday, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you, sir.
keep the show going. So,
We're going to do
but
it.
and,
Good night, dog tag.
we'll
Hey,
check in with
Be
you
safe
guys
out
next
there.
week sometime. So,
absolutely.
y'all be
Thank you,
safe.
sir. You too.
Bye.
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 Well, guys, I need more coffee. My cup is empty.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Well, I'm going to go get some more. Y'all got to look at my empty seat.
Well, you got to raise your hand, ask
Well,
permission.
No, I'm just letting you know what I'm doing. Just being nice.
Being
Like I
nice.
always am.
Nice, man.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm Mr. Nice Baby.
Well, pull your pants up. Don't show your tail.
I'm actually wearing shorts tonight. So,
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
as long as they're not Speedos.
Shorts. Just
Well,
saying.
with you never know.
That's true. You never know. It might be my Speedo.
Thank the Lord they're not.
Huh.
Well, James, I'm
Might
glad you
lose
got.
followers if they were.
I'm glad you got 3 days off from work, brother. Hope you can rest up.
It's funny. They wanted me to work tomorrow, and when I first started there, we agreed on a certain amount of hours that I could only handle. And yeah, I mean, I'm kind of like flattered that they automatically all of a sudden feel like I can fill in for people, but no, I
That was
don't have it in me no more.
Yeah. They always give you the you're really important to our team talk,
mhm.
Yeah,
we can't
I
do
used
it
to be a
without you.
boss. I used to be a boss, so I used to have to give those speeches. So, and we all know that no matter who you are or what company you work for, none of the companies give a crap about what happens to you in the end. So,
I was in the office one time and it had snowed, and there was a skeleton crew showed up. I was there, and I lived pretty close. There was a guy that lived way down in the country, and but he had somebody coming by that way, and he calls the guy up. He said, "Hey, I got you a ride, man." And the guy keeps saying, "No, I can't make it snow," and it's went back and forth and back and forth. And the boss has landed on, "Man, I'll buy, I'll feed you, I'll do it. Come on, man, I got you a ride. It's all good." And the guy just kept, I can't do it, boss. I can't do it. I can't do it. This guy was getting mad. I could see the veins popping out of his neck. His head's turning red. He finally thought, "Well, all right, just be that way." He slammed the phone down, and he forgot we were in the room, and he cussed that guy out like through the phone, like he just hung up, and then he just dropped his head. He realized, and he turned around. He's like, "Oh man." I'm like, "I hope you don't talk about me like that when I call in."
Yeah, I tell you, I could give you a bunch of horror stories because I was in management and corporate FedEx. I worked for FedEx for years, and I tell you what they do to their people, and they just don't care about them in the end. And a lot of the guys they want to do the right thing for the company, and they want to be a team player, and the the company itself could care less.
Mm-hmm.
They expect you to be a team player, but they don't want to help the individual when they have a problem. And if they like struggling through something at home or whatever, and they're missing a little bit of work, and the employee tries to explain what's going on. No, we have a policy. Sorry. It's like, yeah, uh, that was the worst part of my job right there, was to have to deal with that.
Yeah,
Because I'm a people person, and
to them, you're just a number that is replaceable.
right,
Yeah.
just an employee number. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I said, and I missed a lot of time at home with my kids, raising, trying to make a living. And, my wife got to stay home, and, we got to raise our children with a parent in the home, but I missed a lot of time,
Mm-hmm.
stuff I can't get back, all for a company that didn't care.
Yeah.
It's sad.
So,
I know. I think a lot of people could share that same story.
absolutely. Yeah.
I used to sell my vacations. A dummy. I mean, they'd let you cash
Yep.
them out. I'd just take the money. I never took off.
Yeah.
Never.
See, as a manager, that's what they offered us, to sell our vacation back to the company. So,
And one day I was burned out, man. I was under some pressure, stressed out. I took my family on a vacation to Florida, and I could just feel how drained I was. And I told my wife, I said, "I am never selling another vacation. I'm taking my time off."
Absolutely.
I tell you, Dave, I didn't take a vacation for 10 years.
Wow.
Oh.
Now, I sent my wife and my children on some good vacations, but I never
Well,
took
that
a
was kind of
vacation.
like a vacation, wasn't it?
No, I was at work all the time anyway. You know what I mean?
Oh.
So I'd get home. So I'd have to be at work at 6:30 in the morning, and I'd leave work at 7 o'clock at night.
Oh
And
man.
by the time I'd get home, they're
Mm.
finishing up with homework, their baths, they're getting, to bed. And so, it's just like, I missed a lot of time with my kids, working for a company that didn't care.
Wow.
Hey, Janet, is that the jackleg?
No,
Okay.
this is the second youngest one. This is the 3-year-old. No, she's
Okay.
two.
Cute
Well,
cat.
she's trying to Chuck.
Yeah. She's the one I found in the middle of the road going to eat one night.
Mm.
Oh. Oh.
I don't need a bath, thank you.
She thinks you do.
Yeah.
Uh,
Wow.
wow.
If you
Yeah.
look, and a lot of people think they know the law, but they don't. If you look at the state of Georgia, a lot of it, they just go by sort of an unwritten code. The state of Georgia has very weak rules about even breaks and stuff. And most companies give, 3 breaks in a long shift. But if you go and actually look at what the state of Georgia has on their books about about stuff like that, it's pretty weak, man. I mean, it is really weak. And people have adopted these like they got to give me a break every 2 hours. No, they don't. They don't.
No.
I tell you how it worked here because the FedEx being a global company, right? So they adopt policies that is law in other states. Like Ohio's a right to work state. So they don't have to give you a break. They only have to give you a 30-minute break if you work an 8-hour shift.
Yeah.
So, but the companies, when they're global like that, they adopt the policies, a break every 2 hours, you
Yeah.
get 10, 15 minutes, then you get 30 minutes. But I built the trucks at the factory for a few years in between being a mechanic, transitioning over to being a boss for between two companies. Anyways, uh, they gave you 20 minutes for lunch and it was a straight 8-hour shift. So they paid you that 20 minutes and that was it. And a lot of the guys, when they first get started there, they say, well, they can't do that to us. What's the union doing about it? The union can't do nothing about it. They contracted, they agreed to this. So if you don't like it, you don't have to work here. But I kind of like working straight 8 and getting the hell out of there. But
Yeah.
yeah, they don't have to give you a break. That's true. It's just up to the company.
It is, and most of them do, somewhat the right thing. But people think that it's in the books, and it's not. The at-work states are, it's rough. It can be.
Yeah, it's a big conflict between the union jobs and the non-union jobs here because like Honda is a big company, but it's non-union. Navistar is a big company, but it's union. So and then you have trucking companies. Very few of them are union anymore, but there are some out there, and so it's a huge conflict in this state. But they always like to throw that in your face. This is a right to work state, so
Yeah.
the rules are what they are.
Wow.
Hey,
That's what my
Yeah.
daddy told me. You got a right to go out and get a job. Go get it.
yeah. And stay at it.
I wanted
And
to work, but yeah, he said, "Get your job, boy."
I've worked with a lot of different people over the years. And you know what always used to get my goal is like if I take a job, I'll work. I give you a fair day's work for the pay I agreed to. And I always used to hate them guys that'd be working next to you and be slacking, right? And it's like, oh, I'd work harder if I got paid more. And I said, no, you wouldn't. Lazy is lazy, no matter what pay
Mm-hmm.
you have. And
Mm-hmm.
you agreed to this when you filled out the application, and they said you can work here. You know what I mean? They gave you
Yeah.
that letter saying that you got the job. You signed it. So if you're not willing to work for, I think at the time we were making $10 an hour. It's a long time ago. And this guy's like, well, the job we do is worth $20 an hour. I said, well, go find it.
Yeah.
Lazy's lazy.
Now,
Miss
I was always
Elizabeth,
pretty rough on people at work. I worked hard, played hard. Uh,
Oh, me
but I
too.
think even David know I work.
Miss Elizabeth don't know nothing about lazy people. The teachers were never lazy, right? All the
No.
teachers worked hard.
Oh, there's been some lazy ones. No, they
Before I
some lazy teachers.
before I got into management, I was a heavy duty truck mechanic, and also I did tires, changed semi tires on the side back in the '80s, early '90s. So that 10 years I was talking about, um, I worked nighttime as a mechanic, and during the day I worked as a tire man at a tire shop because I knew how to do heavy duty truck and trailer tires. So I changed tires for 10 years and working two jobs, and that was one of them. And that's kind of why my body's all screwed up, guys. Because back then you didn't have no special equipment.
No.
2 spud bars, a duckbill hammer, and a 1-inch gun with 2 sockets. You know what I mean? And everything was manually done.
And if you wore one of those back support braces or whatever, everybody called you a sissy.
Well, they didn't even offer those back in the day.
Oh.
They didn't offer ear protection because I got tinnitus in the ear now, and I know it's from all the pounding and the ringing of the impact, hammering on those lug nuts. Because in the metal building they echoed like crazy.
Oh yeah.
But like I said, I gave it my all because I was raised really, really poor, and I was raised without a father. So I made myself a promise that I would not raise my children outside the home. no matter how much me and my wife did not get along, I stayed in the house until all 4 of my kids were grown, and they were not gonna go to school and have somebody tell them that there's something wrong with them because they couldn't afford the right pair of shoes or something.
Yeah.
So my kids got the benefits of me working, and I have no problem with that.
Oh, I meant to
So
tell
I have
you, speaking of vacation, Killer Carl is actually on vacation. He didn't have his equipment with him. That's why he couldn't come up. So
okay.
he did give us a shout out. He emailed me. I didn't know he's on vacation, so he's
Yeah,
actually
that's right. He is on vacation. When I met him for the first time, he was on vacation. So it's probably been about almost a year now. Then, so and I remember that. Yeah, he was at some B&B somewhere down south because he lives in Pennsylvania, so they were like down in South Carolina or North Carolina or something, if I'm not
You gotta be
mistaken.
careful traveling over there in them Carolina states.
I don't know.
what the heck, Rob?
What?
Are you bashing another state?
I said Carolina states. You gotta be careful.
Oh,
You do. Well, depending upon where you go, you got to be careful. You go around Charlotte, North Carolina, or you got to be careful if you go around. What's a town in South Carolina? Big town.
so you don't even know.
But you got to be careful around them big towns in the Carolinas. That's where all them Democrats are. You got to be careful. It's like you got to be careful going to Atlanta and Albany. I don't call it Albany anymore. They took a different.
I've said it before.
Albany.
Going
Huh?
through Atlanta sucks. I've said it before. That's that's the only part of Georgia I do not like.
Oh, I hate Atlanta.
Yeah, that's why. As Democrats figuring out how to do all that road work up there.
James, I told Robert, but one night I got lost in Atlanta at night, and it almost went really bad. Me and my wife were at a concert in downtown Atlanta,
Oh
uh,
Lord.
and we're just a couple of country folks, and living. We was on a budget, so we wasn't gonna bring up that high priced room service. We this is true. We just wanted a crystal, so we went down and asked the guys parking the cars and stuff. Hey man, like where's a crystal at right here? He goes, oh, they ain't none downtown, but I'll tell you how to get there. So we took off. It got real foggy in Atlanta that night. I mean, bad. I really don't know where I ended up, but my guess is I was on the south side of Atlanta in a bad area. So I pull in the store. I finally gave up about telling my wife that I could get us back. I finally just admitted that I didn't know where we were at. So I pulled up to the store. I went in. I bought she stayed in the car. We locked the car door. There's a lot of people hanging around. Went in, got a couple of Cokes, went up the counter. The guy's looking at me kind of funny, and I was like, hey, man, how you doing? He said, I'm doing all right. I said, I wonder if you can help me, man. I'm kind of lost. He goes, oh, I know you lost, man. I'm like, really? How would you know that? He goes, white boy don't come down here at night. I'll get out of here as soon as you tell me some directions. He goes, I'm going to give you some directions. And he said, here's my recommendation. Get in your car. You turn right out of here. He said, I'm going to tell you how to get. He said, when you go to the car, don't wait around. Crank up the car and get out of here. He said, them guys out there don't like you. I said, I don't even know them guys. He said, they don't care. He said, they ain't going to bother you because of me. But he said, I can't hold them off if something goes wrong. He goes, you just got to get out of here. So I said, you just point me the direction, man. I am out. So I go get in the car. My wife says, did he give you directions? I said, he sure did, as I'm throwing on my seatbelt and cranking up and going. She said, which way we go? I said, it don't matter right now. We're just getting out of here. I didn't tell her what he said until we got back to the motel. So I pull up back to the motel. The guy parks the car. He goes, hey, man, did you get your crystal? I didn't even tell him, man. I was like, yeah, man, thanks a lot. Just went on up. But I almost died for a crystal, man. Almost died. They said, we don't. He said, I don't care. He said, them out there, them guys, they don't like you, man. I'm like, I don't even know.
Well, was you at least going to get cheese crystals? That must be the baby cat.
Yep, that's the jack leg.
To
That's
jack
the jack
leg.
leg.
Dave, I have a similar story. So, me and my girlfriend and two other couples, we were out going to some clubs over in Dayton, Ohio. Next, it's like the next town over from us, and there was this sign lit up, and it was in an alley, and we pulled in the alley. You obviously could tell it was like a bar, right? So we pulled in, and the two couples, because we were in a van, they like, what are you doing? I said, it's a bar. Let's check it out. I ain't never seen this place over here, and I'm over in Dayton all the time. Let's check it out. And he's like, okay, all right, let's do it. So we walk in there, and of course we are the brightest people in there, if you know what I mean. And so this waitress carrying a tray, this black girl walks over. She says, "You guys lost?" And I said, "Lost? No, why?" I said, "I seen the sign. I said, coming in to get a beer." She says, "No, you're lost." And the other two couples are like, "Oh, let's go, let's go, let's go." I said, "No, man, I already parked the car. I want to get a beer." And this woman, she's like, "Are you insistent on getting a beer?" I said, "Yeah, why? What's the problem?" She looked around and looked at me. She said, "You don't know?" And I said, "What?" Because, yeah, I don't have a problem with black people, right? I didn't think nothing of it. She said, "I'll get you a beer, but don't get a table. Drink at the bar, and then, you guys, like what they told you, let me give you some advice. I'd leave after the one beer." I said, "Oh, shit." And the other two couples like, "No, no, we don't need a beer. We're leaving now." And I said, "No, no, we're not." I said, "I'm going to drink a beer." And they literally got the keys from me and waited out in the van while me and my girlfriend drank a beer at the bar. And then we started talking to these people, and it was fine. I don't know where that waitress had anything to do, but she thought for sure we was going to die that night, and she was trying to keep us from getting killed. And then them other two couples, we got out back in the van, and they said, "What took you so long? What took you so long? There was a hassling you or something?" I said, "No, we drank 3 beers. We had a good time. Y'all should have come in." So, yeah, it's hilarious where you end
Yes,
up.
but you know what happens is when you do that for a little bit of time, it stuns everybody so bad nobody knows what to do. So you're like okay for a few minutes, like you, because people are thinking if you're going to come up in here, there's got to be something. Either you're crazy or you're packing, and they just won't mess with you. They think like I'm not messing with that guy.
They see, I never had a problem like that. You know, I just walk in. I didn't never care. They'd be like, "You can't be here." Yeah, I can. Just give me
Yeah,
what
that's
I
the
asked
thing.
for.
I
Yeah.
never, I didn't act scared. I didn't care because it didn't bother me. But obviously, the other two couples, uh, they had fear on their face, and it would have been bad if they just stayed in there with us. I'm sure they would end up saying something wrong or just pussied out or something. And of course, when people see that you're weak and you're outnumbered, I don't care who you are, they like to pick on you.
Yeah.
If you're the lowest denominator in the crowd, you're going to get hassled if you act scared.
There's
But like
there's a
I said, me and my girlfriend had no problem in there. It was hilarious. I even got like, how they do the handshakes. You know how they do the handshakes, right? And they do like did the handshake and did a little. And he pulled me up and did a little pump chest with me. He said, "You all right, man? You all right?"
Broski says, no, they think you're either a Fed or or they're just plotting to get you without getting caught. So they have to plan it so it doesn't happen right away. Plotting the setup takes time.
well, that's what I said. You can't hang out forever. But we were looking for the. I don't know if anybody's ever been to the Masquerade in Atlanta. Has anybody ever been to the Masquerade? It's a three
Mm-mm.
level facility that has like a music area in the very top, like a eating bar area in the middle, and then the basement is weird as or it was. I don't even know if it's still there. And they call it heaven, hell, and purgatory. No joke. So we'd heard about this place and we were looking for it. We didn't know where it was at. So my buddy pulls up at a downtown McDonald's and says, "Dave, go in that direction to the Masquerade." I walk in there, man. I'm like a dummy, like, okay, I'll go. So I walk in there, I'm leathered out, got, bandana on. I go there and said, excuse me. And everybody in that place stopped eating and looked at me. And I looked and I realized none of these people going to know where the masquerade's at. And I'm like, never mind, go back to eating. Went right back out the door. They looked at me like I was an alien, man. It was the funniest thing. I get back outside. My buddy's got a spotlight on the car from the cop behind him, and he's on there saying, move the car from the lane or be towed. And he's going, get in the car. I dove in like, Bo Luke or something, And we tore out of there. I'm like, we're going to get killed down here.
Now, we have two ladies on here tonight. Have either one of y'all ever had an issue with a bar like that or a situation like that?
No.
Nuh-uh.
See, it only happens to guys. Women don't get in that
Just because the
situation.
ladies aren't stupid like we are.
Oh.
No, I'll go in.
That's
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, to be honest, they typically don't hassle the ladies. So you can blend in either group of people. It doesn't matter. But when it comes to guys, it's a different thing.
Dude, I can't blend in. I'm as white as white can be.
Yeah, but you're a lady.
Okay.
Hey, you're like a trophy to them. So yeah, you'll blend in. You'll be fine.
So wait a minute. If I walk in there and say, hey, how do I get I want a beer. And they come up, start hassling me, and I go, wait, I identify as a female. I'm safe.
Rob, you're not a trophy.
No.
Look. No, that won't work.
That's not gonna work, dude.
You're gonna get stabbed.
They do not recognize the trans community. Matter of fact, they don't even recognize gay in their culture because that's where you hear that term down low. They live down low. They would get hurt if their friends knew how they really was.
Why would I get stabbed?
At least up here, that's how it is.
Okay.
Dude.
What?
Listen.
Yeah.
You a bald-headed black man. A bald-headed black man. You a bald-headed white man. Tall at that.
Huh?
You're a tall, bald-headed white man.
I'm not tall.
Shut up and listen to me. With a mustache and a beard.
Yeah.
And you gonna go into a bar that is in a black community, and you gonna say, if they start hassling you, oh, wait a minute, I identify as a woman.
Yeah. Yeah.
You ain't never gonna make it out.
That's what I'm saying.
Dude.
You're not gonna make it.
Don't you do it.
Go right ahead.
That definitely would get you taken out the back door. They gonna find you downtown in an alley.
They gonna feed you to the pigs.
They'll find him. They'll find him passed away in an abandoned home 3 months later.
And not the popo. They're gonna feed you to the pigs, and it's not gonna be the popo.
It's not gonna be pretty, Rob. Not gonna be pretty.
All my friends down here, honey, are beautiful black women.
Yeah.
And it don't bother me we're in the black community here.
Well, it looks like I have the right hairdo now.
No, it don't.
What?
No.
Yeah.
No, it don't.
I could do this.
Get down there.
I would blend in pretty close.
No.
I don't know what to say about that, Rob.
Now,
it don't look right.
Well, see, Steve told me that this wig
I'm
looks
concerned you
like
even have those wigs, to be honest with you.
Dave has a wig too.
Do you?
They match our cakes.
Oh.
Steve told me this wig makes me look like Reba McEntire's shower drain.
You look like Carrot Top.
Yes. Thank you. That's
After
the look I was going
after
for.
a long week of binge drinking.
Yeah. Did you catch the part where he said Reba McEntire's shower drain?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. You still look
Shower
like
drain.
Carrot Top.
Yeah.
Okay. Just
Let me
making
say,
sure.
yeah, I think I blend in pretty close.
Mm-mm.
I love Reba. I've seen her in concert.
How
No.
about this way?
Mm-mm.
You are wasting your time.
Now you look like Cousin Ed.
James says that's the last time I come on this show.
Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do.
See, they used to call that like cross dressing or something. Now it's transsexual, but it just bothers me that you even have those in your possession.
Well, Rob
Because
has a story about that.
I'm sure he does.
About what?
Oh.
Your wig.
No.
What? About what?
About what?
A cross dresser.
Oh,
I'm not telling that story.
you thought he was like dating or at least ran into a hot girl until you reached down and found something you didn't want to?
There was no Crocodile Dundee handshake involved in this.
Yeah, and who was it? Was Steve this morning that said he was sitting in the Panera Bread like Crocodile Dundee?
Yes. Yes. And Steve brought that up.
He did.
He did.
Say that again. I didn't quite catch all that.
Steve was saying this morning that he could go into Panera Bread like Crocodile Dundee. So I'm assuming that he's going in to do the Crocodile Dundee handshake.
I don't think that's the way he meant it, but
No.
I don't think
I'm
so
pretty sure that's the
either.
way he meant it.
I think he was talking about the look, dude, not that. No.
I'm pretty sure it was the handshake.
Come on, Steve. I saw you on there a minute ago. Where you at, honey?
You
said
tell
he had
him.
to put everything up.
I know, but he needs to come on.
You're more than likely to run into the village people in there, not Crocodile Dundee.
What was that for?
What you see? What? What was what for?
If
The
Rob was
classic.
in the Village People, which one would he be?
The construction worker.
That's who I was gonna say.
Yeah. Because he looks like he needs to wear a hard hat.
Steve, you need to come on, honey. Get on the show.
That's right. Get in here.
We got a lot to say. We got a lot. You and I got a lot to talk about. Rob was giving you down the road today. As soon as
I've
he
been
got,
nice to Steve all day.
come
No,
on,
you
Rob,
wasn't.
get on. Give him a link.
Oh, he's got a link, don't he, Dave?
I believe so.
Okay.
Come on, Steve.
I
Come on.
think I did. I'll double check it.
Yeah. Yeah, you said it.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I'll go ahead and do it. It'll be faster. Explain to you how to do it.
Well, I didn't mean it like that, but I'm just used to sending him links. So, yeah, he's got
Oh, okay.
it. To be fair, me and Rob both were on him pretty hard this morning. So
They
Well,
were,
but-
Elizabeth. And I was just in here for 10 minutes this morning, and it was bad.
Well,
it got
Yeah,
it
not-
got a little out of control.
And I don't know him, but I piled on a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, James piled on a little bit too.
James might have been the worst one.
Listen, Steve, listen. They're now starting this horrible, horrible rumor about you that you are gay because you go into the Panera Bread.
Now, I never said that.
No, Dave did not. It
I don't
was
think I
Rob
did
and
either. I think
James.
somebody else said that.
It was
And I
no,
disagree.
Rob. You don't
Did I
even
say
don't even,
I
Rob.
think I said he was gay for going to Starbucks and drinking tea.
You also said, oh my God, I hate it when you
Did I
start
say
doing that. You just hush. I hate it when you start doing that. Backtracking.
Oh, I don't know if I said that or not.
Yes, you did.
I'm gonna go with the fifth.
Both of you did. Both of you did. So don't even start backtracking that crap. Don't even.
I'll own it.
I think, and also, I think Dave was asking a question about did he have a poster of AOC inside of his work locker?
He did not say anything about that. He might have said it this morning, but he didn't say it
Did
tonight.
you say that this morning, Dave?
No, it was a couple days ago.
Okay, so Dave is innocent today. Or
Oh,
tonight,
no, he was
anyway.
not innocent today.
He's innocent tonight, I said.
Okay.
I was poorly influenced.
James, don't even start that crap either.
Yeah.
Don't even.
I was
You
provoked.
just as bad.
See,
I was provoked.
But you got to
No,
go with
you
the
what,
honest.
you
You got
liar.
to go with the honest stereotype because look, I didn't know who they were talking about. All I knew
You
is they were talking about the
lie.
restaurant. No, I don't know him. They were
You don't
talking
know
about the
Steve that well.
restaurant. What did I say? Is that y'all talking about somebody being gay or something?
Yeah.
Is that not how it got started? Because y'all were talking about that restaurant, and I think you asked me something. I said, well, it's usually someplace where somebody gay goes. Because I said, you're talking about a gay
Oh my
restaurant.
heavens to
I did not know the other gentleman whatsoever, so I'm gonna plead the fifth. I just went with it because that's just what I do. My sense of humor goes sideways a lot.
Yeah.
But I was poorly influenced. Rob poorly influenced me.
You're gonna throw all the blame on me now.
It's your podcast. I'm just a guest in it.
Jenna, was Dave on Steve this morning too?
Yes.
But I did it in the chat room.
So maybe Dave was the bad influence. Dave may have been influencing me and James.
But Jenna,
maybe.
Were now listen, were they not both on him when this show first started?
Yes.
And they were both saying because he went to Panera Bread that they thought that he was probably going to be that they thought he was gay because he ate at the Panera Bread.
Yes.
I don't think we said he was
nothing
gay
against
because of that.
him.
I just said
Look, I had
it looks
nothing
funny.
against him. I was
stereotyping
about the restaurant. I was stereotypical about the restaurant. If a guy likes Panera Bread, they're gay.
And Elizabeth,
But I'm not hating that lifestyle. They can have that lifestyle. It's all right.
Yeah.
I don't care. It's not like I'm saying it in a bad way. I'm just bringing it out of the closet.
Shame on y'all.
We're not judging nobody.
Yes,
No,
you are.
look.
No.
Open the closet door and leave it open. We're good.
Yeah, we don't care. It doesn't bother us in the least bit.
Absolutely not.
Shame on y'all. Shame.
Well, he was complaining. I kept throwing Maxine Waters out there. I thought I'd throw something else out there for a change.
Well, we were talking about AOC and their Latina big booty.
Yeah.
That was kind of brought up.
Yeah.
But I don't think we got a reaction out of him. So, if you don't get a reaction out of a Latina big booty, then you might be tipping the other direction. I don't know.
And then he's up there talking about occasionally going to Panera Bread. 1 + 1 =
Just wait a minute. Janet has something to say. What was you going to say, Janet?
This morning, first thing I log on, and Rob's like, Janice, I have a question. if you take a guy to Panera Bread, is he a friend or is he a friend? And I'm like, I just woke up. He's like, I don't care. I'm like, I'm not even going there.
You know what? And I think I chimed in later on, and I called it a partner.
See?
It's all about the language, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all about language.
Listen at y'all.
Hey, that's woke language.
Actually,
There's
to be
nothing
fair,
wrong
the
with that.
worst one was Sugar.
Yes.
Those flames this morning. That was
She
really
was
the
the worst
worst
one.
one. The whole belly button comment, that was pretty bad.
Oh, yes, that was.
What'd she say?
I don't even remember now.
I think she was talking about him feeding his friend belly button lint out of his belly button or something. I mean, it was pretty bad.
I think it was something about belly button lint. Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad.
We
shut up.
were excited for our birthday Friday, and it just
Yes,
went out of hand.
yes.
That's what it was.
And she was excited, you know, because it was our birthday too, and she was just throwing them darts right at Steve, and Steve was squirming around on the ground. He was already on the ground, suffering.
Hey, and
she
Rob
kept
said
throwing
he
darts.
was high on coffee.
Yeah, I was high on coffee.
Somebody
Yeah,
mentioned tea.
sure.
Somebody mentioned tea, and it grossed him out.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I'm gonna shut up now.
He is.
Hey there, Steve. How are you doing tonight?
Steve.
Well, he looks nothing like what
Don't you
you said he
start with
looked
me,
like, Rob.
Steve,
Rob,
I've been misled.
What?
don't you lie to me, Rob.
What?
I have been defending your honor.
You got some. I appreciate that, Miss Liz. Rob, you got some splaining to do, baby.
Yes, we
Well,
taking
I got
up
to
for
explain.
you.
What I got to explain? I was explaining.
You have. I gotta keep it PG.
The reason
Darn it.
why is because it's plain.
You are just full of it tonight, my friend.
Oh, I was full of it all day today.
Oh, I left my camera out in the shop. Damn it.
I'm gonna say this. Rob was a bad influence on me, and I apologize.
Hey,
Rob's a
I'm
bad influence on
apologizing, I'm
anybody.
apologizing. Hey, look, I'm man enough to apologize, but still, we're not gonna change our minds about the restaurant, though.
AX mode.
Now, James, this is I got a million names in my head throughout all the Rumble circles and stuff. This is your Empty Pockets podcast, correct?
Correct.
Okay, just making sure I got all my names together.
Yeah, that's me.
So, but you know,
Just making sure I know where to mail the package. I'm just
my email address is in my bio.
So, in all fairness, Steve, that all came about this morning and tonight because
here we go.
You no longer you were getting tired of the whole Maxine Waters comments, so I went in a different direction.
Well, that just because I'm tired of the Maxine Waters comments doesn't mean I want something else.
That's right, Rob.
When I get tired of eating dog turds, it doesn't mean I want to switch to a horse apple.
Guys, quit throwing me under the bus.
Steve, I just want to know one thing, Steve. You've got to explain the Crocodile Dundee comment. We don't understand that.
So
I made this
Dundee handshake.
I made this shut up, Rob. I made this comment when I first moved to where I'm at because I moved out from the boonies, like middle of nowhere, out to somewhat of a suburb. People out here say I live in the country. They don't know what the country is. So a friend of my dad's asked me, he said, why the hell are you moving out to that town? Like, why would you possibly do that to yourself? I said, hey, man, it's location, location, location. I said, out here in the country, I'm just a normal dude because I'm average with everybody else. When I come out to the suburbs where all the other guys are soft, SOF capital T, I look like Crocodile Dundee. So that's what happens at Panera Bread. Everybody there is so soft, and most of them aren't even into women.
Hey, when they
It's like
accidentally
shooting
make
fish
eye
in a barrel.
contact when they accidentally make eye contact with you, do they put their heads down real quick?
It's strategy. Oh God, yeah.
See, Rob, I told you. I told you.
Tell me what?
I told you.
He knows.
Hey,
I
dude,
He
told
knows
him to
full
go
well.
to Panera Bread because that's a great place to pick up women.
He knows.
I told you.
He might as well
I
be
know
working for
Steve. I
CNN.
know Steve.
Well, he said he's ate there. He eats there occasionally.
Wait a minute.
It's a
I
great
said I
place
ate there
to pick up
twice.
women.
That's
I
occasionally.
said I ate there twice.
Elizabeth, what do
Because
you
it
know
was
about
free.
going to Panera to pick up women? How would you know that?
Hey,
Because single women eat there.
my best advice is to pick up a woman at church.
Hey, look,
I'm going to church.
Oh,
the single women are there to meet other single women, though.
No, we're not.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
I
No,
go there
most of the
every
single-
Sunday morning.
They're partners.
yeah, most of the single guys go there to pick up other single guys. Most.
Right,
Okay.
they're looking for their future partner.
The only person in Panera Bread that I'm gay for is me. Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm some type of fine. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I got you.
Oh, what time is it? I'm trying to juggle. I'm spinning a lot of plates tonight.
It's about 10 after 10.
Yes.
Okay.
But it was our birthday show, and we wanted to make sure you got on here at some point.
Yeah, I tried. So I ran a little late because I forgot all about it tonight. Usually, I mean, you know the usual routine. I get done with my stream. If you guys are still on, I poke my head in, I say hi for 5 minutes, and then I catch up with the other 8 streamers that stream on Friday night.
Yeah.
But I ran a little late tonight because first of all, I'm still trying to get into the Rumble Creators Program. So I'm trying to rack up as many hours as I can. Second of all, the jig that I was making tonight, I was right at the 2-hour mark. I was just getting to the easy part of making that jig. And so I said, you know what? I'm going in. I'm going all in until this thing's finished.
Right.
Going to be adding a new product here soon to the website, somewhere in the next couple of days. It'll even out my my display for my vendors table, which that's going to be starting. So Thursday nights I will be unavailable. Not that you guys need me on Thursday nights anyway. For the next 13 weeks, I'll be a vendor at a local outdoor market selling my wares.
There you go. It'll be almost like medieval times. They might trade you a donkey for that.
Dude, I'm telling you what, I don't know where everybody else is stationed, but if I'm close to the Philly cheesesteak cart, it's going to be game over, man. I will straight up, I will trade all kinds of hand force goods for some Philly cheesesteaks.
Well, I imagine I'm still trying to figure out from this morning the Starbucks. You said you went to Starbucks once.
Yeah, to meet a date, a woman date. Before I know where you're going with that.
No, but you don't drink coffee.
No, but she did.
Okay.
Well, okay. Let's get something straight here. Nobody goes to Starbucks to get coffee, okay? People go to Starbucks to get chocolate milk and friggin' milkshakes. They don't sell coffee at Starbucks.
Yeah, for $9.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Honestly, if you want a $9 milkshake, you might as well go to McDonald's and pray to God that their machine is working.
Elizabeth, do y'all agree with his statement?
I don't know.
Probably not about the milkshake statement.
No, I'm talking about the Starbucks coffee.
I guess so, because I don't go to Starbucks to drink coffee.
I don't go to Starbucks either.
Okay.
No.
We're all lost. No,
Over-
no.
Overpriced bougie garbage.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do agree with that.
Yeah. Yeah. What exactly is
But
it?
yeah, she liked it. The girl in question liked it, and that relationship lasted all of 2 weeks, anyways. Just goes to show
What is
that
bougie?
didn't it.
Yeah,
Bougie,
what,
Huh?
bougie is
Bougie.
how to explain bougie?
I know what bougie means.
The what?
I said I know what bougie means.
Well, explain it to Rob.
what's bougie?
Oh, I thought you were explaining it to me. I'm like, why are you explaining it to me? I'm the one that used it. I didn't hear.
Rob
I didn't hear
said
Rob
what's
say that.
bougie.
It's based off of the term bourgeoisie. Karl Marx in the Communist Manifesto, he used the term bourgeoisie to differentiate the upper class from the working class, otherwise known as the proletariat. So
Another term used is high maintenance.
yeah, high maintenance. It's synonymous with like yuppie stuff like
Okay.
that.
Okay. So it's nothing like Twitter painted.
No,
Okay.
no, bougie's just obnoxiously fancy, pompously so.
Yeah, my shit don't stink type people.
There you go. Exactly.
Well,
You're
I don't know
lucky,
about y'all,
you're
but
lucky
mine
to have
don't.
me in your presence type of people.
Right.
Mine doesn't stink, you know.
Yours, dude.
It's okay, Steve. He getting on my nerves.
How am I getting on your nerve? I ain't picked on you a bit tonight.
Your comments.
What?
Because you
You've been
going to
picking on
hell.
all kinds of states.
Rob, you going to hell.
Well, I ain't picked on
Not
the
hell.
state of
It's not hell.
It's hell.
Hell is a single syllable word. Her
fine.
version is a polysyllabic word. It's hail.
Where I live, they say I have a southern accent, but my southern accent doesn't even come close to comparing to y'all's ladies, and I love it. So I have a hard time saying it the way they do it. So I got to say hail.
Yeah.
I can do it.
Yeah. You know what she told him he's going to go to Hale for? Getting store-bought cornbread and 2% milk.
I know you got the clip. Play the clip.
No.
Dust that old thing off.
We took it down, I think, eventually.
Blasphemy.
Yes. Yes.
Well,
Dave,
blasphemy what you said you was going to do.
Steve, when she
Where's my
finds out what
cornbread?
you said, you're going to be wheezing all right.
Uh-oh,
Miss
what?
Elizabeth, Steve said,
What?
so 2% milk and store-bought cornbread then. All right, I guess I'll try it.
I still didn't hear you, Rob. I lost you.
He said, so
Dave said something
2%
about
milk.
2% milk.
Yes. He said, so 2% milk and store-bought cornbread then. I guess I'll try it.
Oh my gosh. Steve said that?
Steve said that. Celtic Blacksmith.
Steve! You might go to hell.
See?
Yep.
Hey, you know another way to know when a guy's gay? When they say, I'm lactose intolerant. See, because a real man don't care if they like milk. They're just going to do it and suffer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you what, man. Despite what Rob says, I am not gay. My boyfriend, on the other hand, that dude is such a homo.
Who?
So that makes
What?
you the top and him the bottom then, right?
What did you say out loud, Rob? What?
That's how the logistics work out.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, dude. I got it covered.
know
Go ahead,
myself.
give it to me. I deserve it. I've got it covered. I strapped the saddle on you this morning.
You got so much coming. You were talking about how I mischaracterizing what I said about Panera Bread, about Crocodile Dundee, about Actually, the AOC thing, that's right on point. I can change her. I'm convinced.
No, you
I can fix it. I can fix her. I know I can.
You
But can
cannot
you-
Of course I
change
can.
You know what
that.
Rob needs? He needs an intervention.
You You
I
should
see, I
never,
started
ever,
before.
ever go into something thinking you can change somebody because you can't.
No.
No, I'm not. I never said change. I said fix. There's a subtle difference. There's a subtle difference.
You can't fix stupid.
Up here they
You
call it.
can if you
Up
hit
here
him
they
with the
call
I
it.
like to
hammer.
believe I can.
Up here
You
they call
can't.
it save a
That
hoe.
kind of stupid you can't fix.
If he hits you
No,
with
that's
the
that's
hammer,
different from save a hoe.
Is it? Well, you know,
Well, honey,
in
that's
my
Yeah,
town,
I'm not being
my
I'm not
town,
being Captain
you
Save a
can't
Hoe.
fix either
yeah,
one
in
of
my
those.
town they all hose if they're not with a guy.
Yeah, it'd be I'd be Captain Save a Hoe if she had like 3 kids from 3 different baby daddies. And
Well, see, that's something you don't know because that's probably been hidden.
about AOC, I'm sure she don't have that.
You don't
I
know.
don't know.
She's probably had, probably been to a certain clinic, but
Probably. It's probably a guarantee.
Well,
You can't fix that kind of stupid. I'm telling you.
yeah, can't do it.
I'll make an exception for her. I just want her to yell at me in Spanish, okay?
Honey, there's
Is she-
some
is
beautiful
she even really-
Hispanic
does she
women
really know
that's
Spanish?
smarter than her, and they will yell at you. Trust me.
I don't think she really knows Spanish. I think she learned her few catchphrases.
Yeah, I think she knows Spanglish anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Because she grew up in the suburbs.
No habla gringo.
Rob, that's a hopeless cat. I mean, Steve, that's a hopeless cat, honey.
Yeah, I remember my dad sent me a video. He said when she first started running, apparently, and what is she? She's a congresswoman. When she first started running for Congress, she was. My dad texted me a link to the video of her doing the little dance thing for what was that, Boston
College.
University?
Yep.
Yeah, the little ad for Boston U.
Yep.
And she's dancing around and stuff on the roof and everything. She's got her hair down and whatever. She's jumping up and down and stuff. And he said in the message, he said, "Oh yeah, that's who I want for congressman." Rolling eyes. Well, look at this clown. And it took every ounce of restraint for me to be like, yeah, she's horrible. She's terrible. Subtly hitting the bookmark button for later.
You just want to dip your willy in it.
Well,
yeah.
Oh,
That's all you want to do.
Dave, happy birthday to us, dude. That's clip that. We got a clip.
Yeah, what's
that? Happy birthday.
So what's
to
the
us.
The truth is the truth.
So what's the
right after the cornbread clip?
What's the So what's the birthday? Whose birthday is? I know it ain't Dave's. Dave's was earlier this month.
We're celebrating the Southern Fried's birthday.
It's their
Okay, gotcha.
anniversary. 1 year anniversary.
Gotcha. Oh, isn't that cute? You two.
It's so cute.
You cute together.
Yeah, we had dog tag on here, everything.
Oh, was dog tag on here?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. We got me.
How's his hike going? How's he how's he making any progress?
About a third of the way.
Nice. So that puts him in what, northern Georgia?
No, he's going Virginia.
He's crossed the
Virginia.
Yeah.
Goodness
He's
gracious,
going
I'm way
back
off.
up next week. He's got one small part that he had to skip over because of weather, I think. And he's going back next week to do it. That he's going back up to where he's at, so he can get the Triple Crown.
Gotcha. Yeah, I wanted to. They call it a through hiker.
Yes.
When you hike the whole thing. I always wanted to be a through hiker. It's kind of cool how they. I've heard stories about that. So there's like, supposedly along the trail, they've got like cabins and stuff
Yeah.
like kind of like community cabins. It's just a big open space for somebody. People can get out of the rain or whatever. And a few of them have like these great big bins of just gear. Backpacks and canteens and lighters and whatever, just stuff that people, they'd get partway through their hike and realize that they didn't need it, and they just toss it into the thing, and anybody could grab whatever.
Wow.
It's cool how they have it set up.
Well, I know that from what he was saying, there's a lot of they have like trail magic. They'll leave stuff for them out there on the trail. They have people to pick them up, take them into town occasionally for the hospitals, and they can spend the night, get a shower, and all that good stuff. So yeah, but the people really take care of the through hikers going up.
Yeah, or you can go into town and get a Hardee's hamburger.
Oh, God, I'd rather eat roadkill.
Here we go on the Hardee's again. Just breakfast, Dave. Just breakfast.
Hardee's is not food, okay? Hardee's is like, how do I explain it? Hardee's is like the used dish sponges from the McDonald's kitchen that's been spray painted to look like food. It was once adjacent to food, so it has that to remember. And then it's food flavored, so they'll shoot over an actual burger and like kind of spray a little bit of the particles from there. That is a Hardee's.
Do you think McDonald's is food?
Got a lot of plastic in it.
McDonald's is compressed packing peanuts flavored to be like food.
Yeah.
I say McDonald's ain't food either.
No, mold doesn't eat McDonald's. If mold won't eat McDonald's, I'm not eating.
Do you like White Castles?
I've had it a couple of
times. If I'm constipated, easy.
White
Castle, they'll clean you right out.
Yep, easy in, easy out.
Yep.
Now, see, it is so weird calling it White Castle because down here it's Crystals.
Yeah, it's White Castle here.
Oh yeah.
That's called
we don't have White Castles, huh?
See, and it's open when the bars are closed, so it's still open, and so you see a bunch of drunk people in there, and you can see them eating all this, and you're thinking, oh, they got alcohol in them, and now they're eating all these onion cheeseburger little sandwiches.
See, those are
within an hour. They're going to be somewhere on the side of the road with their pants down, just giving it hell. You know it.
Those are the rookie drunks, though. The veteran drunks. Where are the veteran drunks eating, Dave? Where are they eating, Rob?
Waffle House.
That's right.
That's right.
I like Waffle House.
Over at the Awful Waffle, getting some smothered home fries and some scrambled eggs and some pancakes.
See, by then you are a veteran, so your stomach can handle the grease content that's in that.
Yeah, buddy.
And you go home and you sleep like a baby.
Yes.
Have you guys ever have you watched the video? I think it's Fat Files. I don't think it's Fat Electrician. Fat Electrician on YouTube. He has a side channel called Fat Files. He covered the history and the operations of Waffle House. Did you know that FEMA uses Waffle House to determine how severe a natural disaster is?
Yeah,
I've heard that rumor.
They actually have a Waffle House index
based on if the Waffle House is closed or not.
Yeah, it's a pretty wild.
You're crap out of luck, then, Rob. You don't got a Waffle House.
No, we don't.
What?
I do live in the boonies. I don't have a Waffle.
No wonder you're desperate enough to eat breakfast at Hardee's.
Up here, depending on what time you go to the Waffle House, you're guaranteed to see a
It don't do you no good, Steve. I went there. They said we're out of hamburger meat.
Yeah. They ran out of hamburgers at mine. That was a Burger King, Dave.
Gee.
What, at Hardee's?
I never what it was.
Burger King ran out of hamburgers.
Oh, that just
Burger King's
blasphemy.
Hamburgers are super dry. They kind of suck.
You got to get some fresh ones. You got to get some fresh patties.
Do you guys have a Rally's down there?
Mm-mm.
I've heard of
Rally's is like the last true sloppy, greasy hamburger that's in existence. When you get it and you unwrap it and everything drips out of it in your fingers while you're trying to eat it, and it's
That's
spinning
called
around.
Five Guys.
We
It's
got
it's
checkers.
it's awesome.
Oh,
No,
no.
checkers
Yeah, well,
is the same
checkers and
thing. They're the same
checkers
thing.
and rallies are pretty much the same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are.
Yeah, James, I'm in your neck of the woods, brother. I'm up north. I'm in
Yeah,
Ohio.
so you know what I'm talking about. It's
Mhm.
the last true hamburger.
Yeah, rallies. It ain't a real burger unless you can see through the bag by the time you get home.
Yes, I'll go along with that.
That and their fries are awesome too.
Oh yeah, they sell those frozen. Those are the first ones I go for.
Yeah.
If I can't find the Arby's brand fries in the frozen food section, I'll grab rallies.
Yeah, then they have the chili cheese and fries. Y'all making me hungry. When I get off here, I'm gonna go to Rowley.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I gotta back
know.
up the Waffle House thing for just a second. I gotta tell a story. My dad's dead and gone now. I can tell this story. We went up to the Waffle House one time. He used to eat at the Waffle House in Ringgold. I called the name, but it wasn't the one in Ringgold. It's the one before you get to Ringgold. It's called Ringgold. But anyway, we get up there, and he's got this waitress that's coming by, and he's talking about how cute she is. And we left, and I just kept my mouth shut. And I was like, Dad. He said, what? I said, you have got to up your standards. You have got to. You do not go to the Waffle House looking for a date.
I don't know.
I mean, listen.
At least you know she knows how to cook.
Not the
I have taken women to Waffle House on a date.
Oh, me too.
It's okay to take a date to Waffle House. It's not okay.
But
to
if
go
they're
there
cooking,
huh?
But if they're cooking, you get a general idea of how good a cook they are. I mean, I know they're kind of going off of
Hey,
training, but
sometime Dave and Rob, when we're not in mixed company here, I'll tell you a Waffle House story you ain't gonna believe.
Oh,
I bet between
Miss Elizabeth,
it was in Columbus, Ohio.
I bet between these two ladies right here, we probably got a good Waffle House story from one of them.
We talked about the Waffle.
I don't know. Was there a whole bunch of strippers involved? Because if not, the story's completely different.
Well, not with me. There haven't been
Exactly.
no strippers involved.
I'll tell you guys here when we're just alone, just the three of us and whoever's in chat. It don't matter.
Well, guys,
it's funny, but at the time it was scary as hell.
Yeah. Well, it's 10:30. We're about we're about a half hour over. I don't know about y'all, but I'm getting tired.
I'm tired. I got to go to bed.
Oh, I know Steve's tired. He's been out there playing with his hammer.
I actually got to run to Sheets after this. Get myself some chow.
Oh, yeah. That's what I eat Sheets on a Sunday night.
Yeah. Well, hey.
That's usually what we do on Sunday night, eat at Sheets. Oh, we bring it home, but you know what I mean.
Well, Miss Elizabeth, Steve, Jenith, James.
Dave, what area do you live in, Steve? Because we know the same restaurants. What area are you in?
Northeast.
I don't know.
East of east of Cleveland.
I say
about an hour.
Ohio. Oh, okay. Yeah. I've been up in Cleveland. I can tell you a few drunk trips I've done in Cleveland. I had a good time up there. You ever been on that river boat where you go to the restaurant? You're on there for like 3 hours.
Oh, I stay away from Cleveland, brother.
I was drunk one time and we were on there and I fell off of it.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
I can't swim.
I stay away.
I can't swim, and I'm a big guy, so trying to get me up out of the drink wasn't an easy task. Just saying.
Cleveland's
a fun place. Huh?
Didn't you catch a fish using a truck?
Yeah, I ran it over. And it wasn't a truck; it was a Ford Escort.
Okay, Ford Escort. That was it.
Yeah. They
like a bullet.
Similar. They're close to being the same thing, Rob. Of course. They're just not an El Camino.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I stay out of Cleveland. Not so much as a danger factor, but more of I just hate Cleveland. I just hate the city.
Yeah,
I hate any city.
Like I've been at the Hard Rock Cafe there, and I was up there for a meeting for a company I work for. That's the night I got drunk and fell off the boat. They told me it was the first time it ever happened to anybody.
Oh, you gotta love it when you're part of the safety lecture from there on out.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now it was a long time ago, so everybody didn't have phones and cameras in their hands, so it was.
Yeah, you can
Oh, you
actually
missed
live
out,
up
man.
I'm sure there is evidence somewhere. I just haven't seen it on the internet yet.
Yeah, you could have been viral, man. You could have went viral if
I
you would have
check
just
every now and
waited.
then. You can Google me. I'm all over the place.
No.
I actually checked that. So, yeah, you
Look,
Google me. I'm there.
yeah.
I don't.
Here on the Southern
I'm
Fried
uncomfortable with
Podcast,
that.
we do
I mean,
not endorse Googling anybody. Okay. We don't endorse that. You keep your hands to yourself.
yeah, but when you can be part of a Google search, that's a bit of uncomfortable that just sticks with you.
Oh.
I call it giggle. Just giggle it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, thank y'all so
Really?
much for being here tonight and helping us celebrate the birthday tonight.
Oh, come on now.
Yeah, cut it short. Hey, y'all have a great weekend. Thank y'all. We couldn't have done this without everybody. And this crew that's been in and out tonight, y'all have all been a big part of that, and we do appreciate it very much. Y'all helped make the show, Miss Elizabeth, Janet, James, Steve, everybody. We had Dog Tag on here. Who else do we have on? Is that it?
I feel like I'll probably never ever get invited back. Saying.
Oh yeah, you will.
Definitely.
Everybody that's popped in, Barry, everybody, we tried to send out plenty of links for everybody. So, hey, thank y'all so much, and we do appreciate you. And here's to another year.
Yeah.
You guys are
We're
awesome.
taking it on. So,
Guys, see you later.
Bye,
yeah.
y'all.
See you, ladies.
Hey, y'all make sure to give Empty Pockets and Half Pine Forge a like and a follow over there. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
Visit their store.
James, get plugged in with me, James. After this, we'll get something together sometime.
Absolutely.
Cool. Hey, we give y'all a big salute, and we'll see y'all next time. Night, everybody.
Night.
good night.
Well, it's time to sit down, grab a sweet tea in your hand on a worn out rocker with a view of this southern land. I got the crickets singing low and the fireflies in the sky. It's front porch talking time, let the world roll by. It's time to sit down with a little front porch talking.